Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ground and Pound Podcast, best bets video for UFC Atlanta. Joaquin Buckley taking on Kamaru Usman. And as always, if you're enjoying the content here on the Ground and Pound Podcast, hit that like and subscribe button. Our best slam of the week, big time parlay has hit 4 weeks in a row, looking to make it 5 this week. And if you want to see if we're going to do it, tune in as we break down all of my best bets here for this card. And we start things off with the slam of the week, the one that I put the most money on every week. Can we make it 5 in a row? Well, we'll find out, as well make a KO or decision is going to be the first leg here in our confidence slam of the week. I like this play here purely because I do think that Wellmaker gets the KO. However, the decision prop there, or the double method, just gives us that little bit of safety in case this one does end up going to the judges' scorecards if Chris Matinho decides to put on his iron chin and be unfinishable at the night. I do think that Wellmaker is going to get the finish, late second or third round TKO, but I like him here as the first leg in our confident parlay to get it done. And as our second leg, we have fight to go the distance here. Miranda Maverick versus Rose Namajunas. I think there'll be a lot of grappling on the side of Miranda Maverick. I don't think there'll really be a finish in this fight. I think both women very durable, 3-round fight. They've both had experience fighting against some of the higher level women in the division. I think this one goes the distance for sure. And as our third leg in our slam confident play of the week, UFC Atlanta in the main event, Joaquin Buckley to get it done against Kamaru Usman. Moneyline here to round out for a plus 100. I think that Buckley's going to get it done here. I will say out of the 3 legs, I do think that the Buckley leg is probably the one I'm least confident in. He brings the most value, but I just think he's been on a tear here at welterweight. Kamaru Usman, 38 years old, knee injuries, bad knees. He's not necessarily looked all that impressive, and it's hard to trust him here. And I do think that Buckley, like I said, has been on a tear, more athletic, faster, sharper. Give me Buckley here to round out our confident parlay to get it done. Slam of the week, plus 100. Let's make it 5 in a row. And next up, we have the chalk parlay, the one with some of the big favorites here, trying to get you guys even money. I have fight to go the distance here for Vanessa Demopoulos and Jamie Lynn Horth. I think both women very durable. I think a lot of clinching up against the fence here from Horth. I do think that Vanessa Demopoulos' footwork and speed will help her stay at range, or at least not necessarily get clinched for the whole entire fight. And I just think both women aren't necessarily that great at finishing fights. Maybe on the ground. I don't think this one gets to the ground. I think a lot of clinching, a lot of striking here. I think this one goes the distance. And next up, we have Abdul Malik. I think he wins by KO here against Brundage. I think that Brundage has proven to be chinny. He's proven to be finishable. I do think that he's the better athlete here. I think he comes in. I think he gets the knockout early in round 1, maybe in round 2 with the hands. Bigger, stronger, faster, more athletic. I think he gets it done by knockout. And we have Omar Sy here to round out the chalk parlay. Big favorite here against Alonzo Menafield. And I just think that he's the better fighter all the way around. I think when it comes to the striking, he's a little bit cleaner. He has much more range. And if he wants to take this fight to the ground, he's the better grappler. So give me Sy here to round out our chalk parlay. Some of the big chalky favorites here for you guys. Getting even money. I like this play this week. I think this one hits as well. And next up, we have plus 3.5 on the spread here for Court McGee. I think this one's, the odds are just way off on this one. I think this one should almost be a pick'em. We're getting almost 3-1 odds here. I and Carlos both picked Court McGee money line here, both for him to win the fight. I do think that Michael Chiesa isn't necessarily got the same kind of dog in him that Court McGee has. And the plus 3.5 spread is sitting somewhere around plus 110. So even money, we're getting plus money here. And all we need is Court McGee to win 1 round on the judges' scorecards here for this one to cash. So if Chiesa wins 29-28, we cash here for that plus 3.5 spread bet. I think Court McGee's tough. He's durable. I think that he's got the more finishing upside when it comes to the striking. I think if this one is pure jiu-jitsu, Chiesa can win, but we only need Court McGee here to win 1 round. Give me Court McGee plus 3.5. I love this play this week. I think this is a great value. Sitting around plus 100, plus 110. I think he gets it done. And next up, we have the dog of the week. If you guys haven't checked it out already, this week's dog of the week, my favorite betting underdog, is none other than Cody No Love Garbrandt. Full highlight reel tape is over on the channel. I released it earlier on in the week. Check that out in the description. I'll leave a link for that video. I'll give him a more detailed breakdown as why I like Cody Garbrandt here as my favorite betting underdog. And also stick around for the end of the video. It'll bring up a link there for the Dog of the Week video. You guys can check that out once we're done talking about some of the props this week that I do like. I've got Paul Craig by submission. I think this one's crazy to me. Plus 700 here to submit Rodolfo Bellato. I think Paul Craig, honestly, I think he comes in here. I think that he either initiates the grappling, or I think Bellato might even initiate the grappling. This fight ends up on the ground. I think Paul Craig plus 700. There's huge value here. That's how he likes to get it done if he is going to win. So I think that the value is all here. And I will also throw in as well, Paul Craig, first round submission plus 2,000. I'm just going to throw it out there, put it out there in the universe for you guys. Plus 2,000. You heard it here first for Paul Craig, round one submission. I think that's worth a sprinkle. And second prop that we have of the night here is second round KO, TKO here for Edmund Shabazian. I like him to get it done here. I think that what happens in this fight realistically is Andre Petrovsky wrestles early in round one. He may get a takedown. He may slow down in the second round. I think that's when the hands of Edmund Shabazian take flight. I think he comes in here. I think he finds the chin of a tired Petrovsky. I do think that Petrovsky's going to look to wrestle early, and I think he'll have success in round one. Might even be worth a live bet here on the Edmund Shabazian, but I think in terms of props, I think he gets the second round KO, TKO here at a tired Petrovsky. And for our third prop here, man, we're going to go back to the well, man. We're going back to Court McGee here by decision, plus 500. I think both of these guys are very, very durable. Apart from on the ground, we've seen Chiesa get subbed, but I don't think that's how Court McGee gets it done. I think he outboxes Chiesa on the feet. He wrestles him and kind of controls him up against the fence or on the ground. And I think here, plus 500 for Court McGee by decision. There's huge value in that play. I like him money line as well, if anybody just wants to play him straight up as the 3 or 2-1 underdog here. But I like Court McGee by decision here as a prop that I'm definitely going to be playing this week. And that's everything, guys. Coming soon on the channel, the full card breakdown. If you guys haven't checked it out, check it out. It is on the channel. It is live currently. And I'll leave the link in the description. There should be a link popping up for you guys currently. And as I mentioned, the Dog of the Week video, my favorite betting underdog. Check that one out. Full highlight reel tape and a full description of a more detailed breakdown of why I love Cody No Love Garbrandt this week as my favorite betting underdog. And if you're enjoying the content here on the Ground and Pound podcast, let's make it 5 in a row for our Slam of the Week. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.